Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with Jackie Ganter, and we're going to be visiting about all things rodeo, futurity horses. She's at a really cool spot in her career where she's getting to do a little bit of both. So, Jackie, tell us about your year so far.
Well, I'm excited to be here at the Pink Buckle. This is my first time to come here, and so I have a futurity horse and a derby horse. I made the Texas Circuit Finals, so I'll go there next week. And it's been a good year. I had some horses get hurt, so I actually stayed home this year more than I ever have. But I enjoyed it. I got to ride a lot of young horses and get my good horses back kind of put together, and I'm grateful to have made the Texas Circuit Finals and to be here at this neat event.
Well, we're happy to have you. I'm really curious to know, you guys run a rehab facility, correct? You have a swim facility, and you also rodeo, so you know a lot about keeping horses healthy and bringing them back from injury. So what are some best practices that you've learned along the way to help your crew stay sound?
You know, we have a horse swimming pool and a walker, and so we use the pool a lot for rehabilitation. It's great for conditioning, but for rehabilitation it's just amazing, especially one of my good horses, my Big Bay horse, Tycoon. He has a lot of front end injuries, and so to be able to swim him and get him off of his feet is just second to none. Honestly, he wouldn't even still be running if it wasn't for the pool, and so to be able to do that, I think is just very fortunate for him to be able to use the pool to our advantage. And a lot too, my veterinarian, Dr. Randy Lewis, is incredible, and I mean, he deserves so much credit for keeping my horses going, and Lord knows we've been through it all rodeoing, and he does a great job of keeping everything put together. And then along with my mom's a genius on keeping horses sound, and so yeah, it's a team effort for sure.
You mentioned that this is your first Pink Buckle. You have spent most of your career on the rodeo trail. What things have you learned rodeoing that you feel like do translate well to the futurity events?
You know, I think a lot of it is kind of how I like to use it is my horses. I kind of treat everything like a rodeo horse, and so sometimes I kind of have to take a step back, and I have to remember I'm on a baby. But I do think it helps them to maybe be more locked on or more adaptable to kind of whatever arena we show up to, just because the babies that I haul with me, you know, I work them in so many of the rodeo arenas that I go to that they normally don't really get worked in the same arena twice. They just kind of get to work in wherever I get to set the barrels up, and so I feel like it helps them and teaches them a lot to, you know, worry about the barrels and not so much what's going on around them. And I like that in a horse, and I think that helps, you know, coming here, because even here it's not a rodeo, and you know, there's no crowd or anything, but you know, you still have a lot going on. You have banners, signs, you have barrel setters sitting in places, and so I think there's always things to look at, and I think if you can just try to get your horse to, you know, focus on the barrels and not be looking around so much, I think that stems a lot kind of from my rodeo background to help.
Very, very well said. I would love to know if you think of where life might take you 5-10 years down the line in terms of your barrel racing career. What do you hope is true?
In 5 years, I would love to have just a team of horses by my stud. That's my hope and dream for my life ever since I've been riding him. Right now, I just have one that's old enough to compete on, and I do well on him, and I love him. He's my little child. And so I actually have his full brother coming up that I'll start competing on next year. And then I have 3 horses for the following year. And so I'm just now, my jet colts are just now getting old enough to, you know, start coming into the light. And I love all of them so much. Riding jet colts is just like getting to ride their daddy, you know, and he's so special to me, and I love him so much. And so to ride as babies and have the little bit of success that I've already had, just, you know, on the few that I've ridden, it's so much fun. And so I hope, yeah, in 5 years I would love to have just a little team of jet babies.
Well, we're excited to watch that dream come true for you, and we're excited to have you here this week. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Okay, back to the barrel racing.